How's it going, guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Philips Hue exterior floodlight camera. Thank you to Best Buy for sending me this product for free to try. You'll receive the floodlight, camera unit, a pair of disclosure stickers and setup card, instruction manuals, and an Allen key. This is the floodlight. It consists of an 8.5 by 5 inch and 2-inch thick weather-resistant metal housing, which has a rubber magnetic mount for the camera near the bottom, and a 6-inch power cable and security cable extend from the bottom. The light panel itself measures 5 inches by 8.5 inches and is 1 inch thick. It's attached to the housing on an adjustable bracket. Loosening the screw just behind the panel with the Allen key allows it to tilt up and down about 45 degrees. Similarly, loosening the screw on the arm below the panel lets you adjust the direction of the light side to side. At the back of the housing is a round cutout with a universal light fixture mounting plate. There's a thin perimeter of foam around this cutout to block air drafts, and the unit's QR code for setup can be found on a sticker in the upper left-hand corner. To open the housing for installation, we'll need to remove the black screws at the top and bottom of the housing. Once open, you'll have access to the floodlight's wiring for power. There are 3 wires. The black is hot or live, white is neutral, and bare copper is ground, which need to be hardwired to power the LED driver control unit. You'll need 3 wire caps to complete the connection to your home's power, which are not included. The camera is interesting because it's separate from the floodlight's housing. On its bottom is the connection point for the power cable, and there's also a thread mount for the security cable. The speaker is located just in front of those. There's a protective sticker on the front that you'll want to leave in place until installation is complete to protect it from damage. However, underneath you'll find the camera's lens, pinhole mic, setup button, and the sensors and IR night vision LEDs are located in the lower half. A status LED sits just above the logo near the top. To attach the camera to the floodlight, simply place the back of it on the rubber pad, and it will adhere quite firmly to the magnet. This design allows you to freely rotate, turn, and tilt the camera to point in a wide range of positions without using any tools. It also takes a lot of force to remove it from the magnet, so it's not likely to fall off the mount by accident. However, you'll still want to screw in the security cable as a backup to catch the camera in case it's knocked off the magnet. The power cable is also magnetic and can only be fitted into the slot in one direction. Once firmly seated, the pins make contact with the plates to deliver power to the camera. I'll be replacing this old, damaged motion floodlight, which no longer works. After shutting off the breaker for the light, I'll need to remove the screws securing the fixture to the wall, as well as the screws for its cover plate. Once the housing is open, I can remove the wire caps and detach the wiring inside to remove the lights. Then I'll take down the rest of the housing and replace it with the new floodlights housing. Then I can attach the box to the junction box inside the wall through the round mounting plate. To make the wiring easier, you can attach the security cable to the mounting point adjacent to the LED driver so you don't have to hold the unit up. Just make sure to connect the black wire to your live line, white to neutral, and copper to ground. Once wiring is complete, plug in the power to the camera, attach the security cable as demonstrated earlier, then remove the protective sticker. To set up the device, you'll need to download and install the Philips Hue app to a mobile device, then sign up or log into a Hue account. To unlock the full potential of the unit, you'll need a Hue bridge, but if you don't have one, you can skip this step. Just be aware you'll be limited in terms of functionality of the device, and during setup you'll need to add the camera and light separately. For the camera, scan the QR code on the included setup card. The app will use Bluetooth to find and connect to the camera before asking you to select your home's Wi-Fi network and enter its password. If there are any firmware updates, they'll be installed automatically. After adding, you can name the camera and choose whether or not to include audio in the recordings. Since the videos are stored only on the cloud and encrypted, you'll be provided with a passphrase, a string of random words, that can be used to unlock the files from another device if you lose your phone. A new Philips Hue security device comes with a 30-day free trial of Philips Hue's Secure subscription, which gives you access to your video clips for up to 60 days, advanced alerts that categorize events based on AI detection of people, packages, animals, or vehicles, and the ability to define specific detection zones. Without a plan, you'll only have access to the last 24 hours of video clip history. Clip length can be set from 15 to 60 seconds long. Whether or not you have a subscription, you can always define blackout areas. where parts of the image will not be recorded. For example, if your camera faces a neighbor's window. Your security system can be set to 3 modes: armed home, armed away, and disarmed. And each device can be included or excluded from the 2 armed modes. You'll also be able to receive activity or issue push notifications via the app, and the device can trigger an alarm that flashes lights in the Hue ecosystem and sound a siren played through your camera's speaker. Emergency calling of a specific contact or emergency services is available as well, but must be manually triggered. In the Hue app, you can arm your system to either mode with one tap, view a timeline of recorded events, and tapping on the camera brings up its live view. In full screen, you can see that the 1080p quality is crisp and clear, with natural-looking colors, good saturation, and adequate brightness. It has a nice wide angle, and it's easy to adjust its position on the magnet mount. At night, IR night vision kicks in and produces a very clear grayscale image with a level of detail similar to daytime footage. You can also listen to audio captured by the camera, take a snapshot, start a manual recording, and engage in two-way audio communication via the app. The alarm icon allows you to take certain actions while viewing live video, like sending out an SOS, calling your emergency contact, turning on your home's lights, and triggering your set alarm behavior. The mic icon on the right enables the mic for two-way talk with the camera, though you'll also need to unmute the audio on the right-hand side of the screen to listen to the camera's audio feed. When you receive an app notification, tapping it will bring up that recording, but note that you'll only receive notifications when your system is armed. If everything looks good after an alert, you can tap All Safe to dismiss the alert. Here you can see that the package detected event accurately identified when I left a box in the view of the camera, which is great for tracking deliveries. With the subscription, it was also able to recognize when a person was recorded, as seen in these notifications. Motion sensitivity can be adjusted, and even be snoozed between detections to prevent nuisance notifications. If you don't have a hub, you won't be able to connect the light as a second device to your existing setup, so you will need to add a new system by creating a new setup in the settings. And if you do this, I recommend skipping account creation the second time around so you don't have multiple accounts. You will end up with a camera-only home and a Bluetooth setup, and have to swap between them to control each portion of this device separately. If you're going this route, you'll add the light via Bluetooth by first powering it off and then on again to put it in pairing mode, then accept the pairing request on your mobile device. In the app, you can see that the light is turned on. Tapping on it allows you to set the color in warm or cool shades, adjust its brightness, or choose any RGB color from the color wheel. Just remember that without the hub, you'll need to be within 30 feet of the light to control it via Bluetooth using the app, and it won't automatically turn on when motion is detected by the camera. One setting that I did find useful though is changing the power on behavior to keep the light off after recovering from a power outage, so that it's not just randomly on after power comes back. If you do have the Hue hub, make sure you scan both the floodlight and camera's QR codes during setup so that they can be grouped together. Then you can take advantage of automations that trigger the light with motion. You can even set up different colors and brightness depending on the time of the day it's triggered. So to truly unlock the full potential of this device, you'll want to have the Hue hub sold separately. Overall, as a security device, without the hub, this system falls a little short, since the camera and the floodlight are not fully integrated as a single device. With the hub, however, I think it works pretty well, and has all the features I would expect from a floodlight security camera. If you want more advanced features like AI detection for custom notifications and editable motion zones, subscriptions can be purchased on an annual or monthly plan. Even with both the subscription and the hub, it's not a 100% replacement for a monitored system, as it will not call your emergency contact or notify emergency services without your manual intervention. So if you miss that notification on your phone, you could miss your window of opportunity to take action. But if you're already part of the Philips Hue ecosystem, this could be a nice add-on for your overall smart home. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.